This program is brought to you in part by SalCal Real Estate Connections.
Yes, welcome to Race in Action Today. We're here today with good friend and accomplished artist, Derik Pulito, who I've known you, Darius, since we were kids.
Yep, since you were running the football as a senior in high school, I was watching you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were part of our chain gang, too,
That's right.
covering my kids when they were going through the system.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's right.
a lot of time in that football field, huh?
Good times. Good
Well,
times.
I have to ask you, how did you ever get started into being the artist that you are?
Well, my father, as you know, was an artist and regionally known. And he'd be upstairs. He'd come home from working. You know, he's a tile setter, and he'd get upstairs and start painting. And I spent my early years just sitting there in a chair watching him quietly.
Quietly, yeah.
That was one of his demands. But, you know, that went on for years. I did that. And I used to draw myself in school and caricatures of teachers and never getting caught.
No.
Thank God for that. And then that was it. I put that to the side and went to college and started working and everything. I retired from the state after 30 years as an adult probation officer. Getting into a little trouble there with the caricatures of coworkers. And I'm sitting home once I retired, and I get a diagnosis, at the age of 53 or 54 of prostate cancer.
Oh, wow.
So I'm sitting in the recliner. I'm saying, hey, every minute that goes by, I'm dying. I'm dying. You know, I got to do something. What do I want to do? I had a nice sideline of coaching soccer, and of course buying and selling early American antiques. But something. What do I want to do that's maybe more fulfilling? So I said, I want to paint.
Now, did you take painting lessons at all? Or?
Not before that, but I did have restorers who went to art school, and I had used them to restore paintings because I used to buy early paintings too.
Wow.
And still do. And she said, well, you could do this, Derik. Why don't you come here? Why don't you come here and I'll start giving you lessons? And that was with Sandra Joaquin up in Ellington. And she's a nationally acclaimed artist herself. And so I started going up to her house once a week and started from the beginning.
Yeah, right from the scratch.
Yeah.
And I know, I've seen your, matter of fact, let's take a look at one of your paintings. I believe it's a scenery.
Yeah, this is a winter landscape. I think you can see it. Yeah.
Is that in Berlin somewhere?
This one isn't. This one I just made up.
Okay.
And,
now, what's your favorite thing for painting as far as that goes?
I think I enjoy still lifes. I just came back from Scotland a month ago, and traveling up in the Highlands with a group of artists, and did a few acceptable paintings, but.
So, what was your reason for going, though? Was it to physically see a certain area?
Yeah, the Highlands are beautiful.
Yeah, I heard that.
And the mountains there just go straight up out of nowhere. They just...
Yeah, wow.
So it's a different landscape altogether.
So you did some painting there.
Yeah, I didn't bring any of them. They're not done yet.
Well, that's okay, I know, but I've seen your work.
This should I show another one?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's take a look. Now this is a fruit. Is that what it is?
This is still life of fruit.
Ooh, wow. Okay, it's pointed that way.
I set it up with an early apple box that was owned by Robert Skinner, the founder of Skinner Auction House up in Bolton, Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
And he was not only the founder of the auction house, but he was a collector too. And when he died, this paint decorated 19th century apple box came up for auction, and I bought that and incorporated it into the painting.
I have to say, your paintings are beautiful. I had never envisioned you to do this kind of work.
No, no one has. They have the patience.
Yeah, you must.
I did a portrait in art class in high school of this this black native, and I brought it in. You know, I did most of it at home because it was pencil drawing. I brought it in the next day, and the teacher said, "Your father did that."
Really?
Yeah. They didn't believe me.
Now, your dad, I know he was, he painted, and people love his work. And I have to say one thing, too. You kind of took to, there was a famous painter in Berlin named Nelson Augustus Moore.
Yep. Yes.
You kind of took to his work. Am I thinking right?
Yeah, you're correct. When I bought that 18th century house, the James Gates Percival house on Percival Avenue, and restored that, which continues to this day.
Oh, beautiful, I'll tell you.
I got, became aware of Nelson Augustus Moore's landscapes. And he was a second generation Hudson River School artist. He was invited, and he even exhibited at the National Academy of Design in the 1860s.
I mean, his work is sought after today.
It is. And haven't found too many coming up at auction lately, but I think his highest, he's affordable too. I think the highest I've seen at auction was sold at Nadeau's probably 15 years ago, 20 years ago or something. A winter scene of the pond off a high road. And the frame was a very expensive gilt frame, original, untouched. It's very well done. And I think that sold for $35,000.
Oh, wow.
But,
Now, he was famous for certain areas too, right? Well, Connecticut River Valley, or?
No, locally, he painted an awful lot.
Yes.
All throughout Kensington.
Yeah. The Blue Hills, right?
Blue Hills, yep.
Yeah.
Blue Hills, up and down the Chamberlain Highway, High Road, Turkey Hill Road, which is up behind my house. But he did travel. He spent an awful lot of time, summers in Lake George.
Yes, that's what I remember, yes.
And he'd always write his wife twice a week. I had all those letters, hundreds of letters that she saved.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you got to know the family.
Yeah, because let's see, David Revenau bought all the land there.
Yeah.
And originally that land went all the way up to Moorland Golf Course.
Oh, wow.
Ethelbert Moore established that club, that golf course.
Oh, I didn't know that.
On the Moore land.
Wow.
And David Revenau married Carly Pease, who was a descendant of the Moors.
Of the Moors.
Yep. So I got to know, and he was restoring the White House, the White Colonial, next to the Nelson Augustus Moore Stone House, and so I was over
there. What's the rest? That's High Road.
High Road.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got to know him at that point because I had some friends doing a lot of the work there, and he would ask me, "Can you sell this painting?" And I was looking at, yeah. So I sold a lot of came across a lot of N.A.
Wow.
on the property in his possession. And
I know his paintings are sought after. I know that.
they are, there's a biography written on him. And his son, one son, Edwin, was also exhibited at the National Academy and was just as good. It's very subjective. And so I think his son, Edwin, is even a better artist.
Oh, wow.
And
I know I've had people tell me, Derry, that your father was good. They say you're even better.
yeah,
I've heard that from a number of people.
Yeah, I hate to say that, but possibly could be true. But he was self-taught, and he used a palette knife. He's post-impressionism because of the period he grew up in. So he had used a lot more color
Yep.
to get his gradation in a painting, and values. He used color to get his values, where I'm more tonalistic in my landscapes. But yeah, I take the compliments. I accept them.
And Derry, I have to tell you, the more I get to know you, of course, we've known each other for years. You even are starting to look like your father.
Oh my God!
I'll tell you.
Well, I got the chin.
Yeah.
The square, I got the square chin and
Yeah.
the bald head.
Yeah, I mean, lately to me, that I said, wow.
I know. Yeah, my wife says that too.
Really? Yeah. Now you have a daughter.
We let's see. We have a daughter, Lindsay Pulito. I coached. She was a very obedient girl, and growing up, and I coached her in
Soccer player, huh?
She was a state player of the year when she was a senior, All-American as a sophomore,
Oh, wow.
junior, and senior years.
Wow. What a history there.
Yeah.
Now she married and family.
She married Justin Moore. He was captain of the Berlin High football team, a year older than her, and then he went to Trinity. He was a captain of the football team there, and he's a big guy.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you,
Nice guy.
people, I wish would go by your house because the brownstone work that alone around the property is special.
Yeah. I think
I'm surprised I don't see paintings of that.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
I haven't done it. I think I did the house painting once. I don't think I was pleased with it.
But the brownstone work is beautiful, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I think I've used thus far about 100 tons
Wow.
of brownstone that I've salvaged over from.
I'm sure your back paid the price.
Yeah, one fusion.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Possibly another to go. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I have 30 tons still, at least 30 tons to use.
That you didn't do yet.
No, I got to use it.
Oh, my dear.
Have to use it.
Wow. I have to give you a lot of credit. That's not easy work. I know it's not.
No, that's all.
But I love it. I love how it looks. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, most of it, no cement, just dry.
Yeah.
So.
Now, talk to me about another painting I see here about some fruit. There.
Did I show? Yeah, I showed that one. Here's another one I just.
Now, what's the significance in this painting?
Macauan apples.
Oh, wow.
Macauan apples.
My favorite apples.
Yeah, so mine too. So I had to do a painting of them. Mm-hmm. It's a short season. So I normally, if I do a still life of fruit, I put a chestnut bottle into the background, right there. And that chestnut bottles, probably from the 18th or early 19th century.
Wow, I have no clue what a chestnut bottle was.
Yeah, it's just it's a green, looks like a wine bottle.
Oh, I've seen them, yes.
Yeah.
Pretty, huh?
Like a Matisse bottle.
Yes, yeah.
Old Matisse, but a lot earlier.
So you enjoy doing these still pictures, these, what do they call it? What would you call it?
Still life painting.
Still life, yeah.
Yeah. When I'm babysitting my granddaughters, 2 of them, we'll be drawing, and I always do apples.
Really?
Do something else.
Yeah.
And I said, no, you start with a circle and let's see if you can
Well, you
turn
gotta
it.
teach them.
Yeah.
You know, and now your daughter never took to painting, right? She never took to it.
No. She's just the smart girl, honor society, and
Yep.
I think she was always on high honors in college too, and
That's
played
great.
soccer 4 years at Fairfield U.
Yeah.
So
Good school and
good school, and they placed her at Bloomberg as an intern, and she's been there ever since.
oh, wow.
She's a CFO now of two departments, I think.
Wow.
So she's doing
I
good.
didn't know that.
Don't ask me what she does. I don't understand finance or
Yeah,
anything.
well,
But
it must have something to do with the stock market.
yeah,
right?
I don't. I think IT&T apps, applications, and whatever else
Well, hey,
Bloomberg
you know
sells.
what? Everyone's got their thing.
Yeah.
You know, I have 3 kids. They're so different. You know, one went to school for nutrition and weight loss clinic she has, and you know, bodybuilding. I mean, that's her deal. One son is involved in the wine industry, and he went to school actually at Hamilton College
Oh yeah, up in New
up
York,
in New York, and
way up.
you know, he was an economic major, and he's involved in the wine industry. Another son who got involved in construction type work, project manager and stuff like that. Owns his own business even, and
Nice,
you know,
very nice.
and he does very well. And you know, came in handy this past year. I needed a driveway done, and he took care of it. You know,
Brought in his
yeah, he got his crew in there,
yeah.
and they did it. You know.
good.
But he's very.
Yeah.
They're all 3 great kids, and they've done very well.
Where's your
And
daughter live?
she lives in town.
Oh yeah.
In Berlin. Yeah.
Where's her office out of her company?
She has an office in Plainville and an office in Berlin.
Oh yeah.
Her office in Berlin is over by that new building across from the tavern on the green there. What do you call it? That new building there's a coffee place in there. I forgot what they call that area. There's a gym there, too. Across from,
Over near Mats and Rugs.
no, not that far. Not that far. What's that bar there?
Yeah,
Tavern?
the Farmington
Like
Ave.
across from that.
Okay, in
It's a
that.
brand new building,
Yeah.
yeah. She got an office
Oh
in there.
yeah, there used to be an old barn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
got an
yeah.
office in there, and one in Plainville, and does a lot of stuff online. She helps people who, you know, that need to lose weight. They have to. It's like the end of the line. If
Yeah.
you don't lose weight, we're going to put you away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's done very well. She did go to college at Adelphi University, played in the College World Series.
Softball.
In
right?
softball. We've been all over the country with her. All over the country.
What position did she play?
She played center field and catch. Center field mostly. And I'm telling you, it was 1985, I believe. We were at the College World Series out in California. I literally had to bring my wife, who never flew,
Cross country.
cross country.
With,
Yeah.
with a
It was all a great experience. Though,
yeah.
You know,
You win it.
something you just never forget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Excellent. Yeah.
But hey, you know, it's
You do it for your kids.
you do anything for your kids.
That's
You know
right.
that, and you know, I have to say your family is special to me because your mother was my 5th grade teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know that. 5th grade. Huh?
She had come in because the teacher we had to leave for some reason, was sick or something. I forgot what it was. and she came in at like maybe half the year was over,
Yeah.
or a quarter of the year was gone already, and she turned out to be. We had such a good fun with her, I'll tell you.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brent Birdies to this day claims that your mother was my favorite teacher.
Well, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
I had her once
Yeah.
as a substitute teacher.
Yeah.
She kicked me out.
Oh yeah, she used to tease me all the time. Larry, you gotta behave. Oh boy. But you know what? And then of course your dad was he was
At every
let me
game.
tell you, he was at every game. He was one of the charter members.
With the
Like my
boosters.
father, they were charter members of the Booster Club.
That's
Yes.
right. With Baccaro and
Yeah, oh yeah.
maybe Tadzia.
Yeah, you got to remember, in that time frame, I mean, for us to go undefeated was special. Not only do we go undefeated, we beat a team that we had never beaten in the past. We were the first team to beat them, Simsbury. We were the first team to beat them. And when I think of those days, naturally your brother Randy, was the great running back. And
I think he had 12 touchdowns.
oh yeah, Randy was good. He knew how to. Let me tell you, he
Well,
followed his blocker. He knew
Yeah,
what to
he
do.
did follow his blockers, but
Oh,
he had some great photos, stills, and the guys coming through that line, Jeff Benner,
Yeah.
Konopka leading the way. I mean, the holes were,
Oh, he had some running room. Let me tell you.
you better believe it. That was
But it
big
was
team, big team.
it was a refreshing time for the schools to come alive. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I have to say, when we go back in them days, you got a picture you painted, which I believe you brought with you, Nella Wajcik's barn and the Belcher Brook.
Yeah, Nella
Rambus property.
Yeah, Nella Wajcik's barn is in the photos I gave you.
Okay.
It's going up a hill, and I was there.
Oh, I thought that was the back end, or is that
This
that
is
was
Rambus's,
Rambus's
yeah.
barn? Okay.
So you can look at that one. You have a photo of it,
Yeah.
and that'll probably fall in. Should have fallen in by now
Yeah.
with the rain damage.
It's really a shame that he had taken down those barns.
Come to find out, my father, when he first got back from the war, he started his tile business. He would put all his tile into Nella Wajcik's barn, and I think they were partners.
Oh, I didn't.
I think they were in the tile business.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know he was a tile man, your father, and I guess you must have a cousin. Eventually, took that business,
Yeah, his
right?
brothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
He and his brother Robert, and the other brother was Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all worked together. This is a late autumn scene of
Belcher Brook.
Belcher Brook,
Yep.
and I painted it from Meadow Lane, looking
Yep.
southeast. And this is the edge of Rambus's barn.
The barn. He tore it down.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
And
How many trout did you catch in that brook?
I did catch where am I going here? A nice 14-inch brown right where the brook hits his barn
Really?
when I was about 12 years old.
Wow.
I was real happy with that. But I look at that brook every day. I go by Meadow Lane.
Yeah,
I
do
look down
too.
there. I say, I am my,
Yeah, I loved that area when I was a kid.
yeah.
You know.
And this is really came out really atmospheric,
Now, that kind of
very tonal.
you like that kind of a background, right? You like the
Yeah, in some respects, yeah.
wooded area, right?
Yeah. That would be Lamentation Mountain, way in the background.
Way in the back, yeah.
And yeah, I'm getting a little more color. Depends. If the color's there, I try to use it. But I don't like to get too garish or too loud. subdued colors. But if you want to sell paintings, I think people like color.
Yeah, they do. So you do sell your paintings?
Yeah, word of mouth. Yeah, I've sold mostly local. I think
when
Ohio.
people come to you, are they looking for a certain type of, like still painting or the
They've probably seen
landscape?
yeah, I think they've seen my paintings on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah.
Or Messenger or something, and a lot of local people in Berlin know me, so I sell to them.
Well, I'll tell you, Derik, it's been interesting talking to you about your paintings, and one of these days you're going to have to paint my house or something.
Yeah, I know where it is.
You know where that is. You've been there. And when you're having fun, Derik, time flies.
It does.
And
it does.
I want to thank you for being here tonight.
Okie doke.
And I look to do more things in the future because this painting has got my attention. Especially Moore there. That Augustus Moore. I mean, it doesn't get any deeper than him. Let me tell you, right?
I've been collecting him for 25, 30 years.
I got to come over to your house and see.
Yeah.
I haven't seen his paintings in a while, but I always liked his work too.
Yeah.
And I could see it rubbed off on you. I could see that. You have.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from other artists.
I could see that. And really want to thank you. And I want to remind everybody to return next week to Racing Action Today. And if you're ever in Belcher Brook, just remember
in Berlin,
Derik's paintings. And I'm sure they're going to look you up too. And you ever get compared to your father? Anyone ever say anything to you?
People that know my father's work.
Yeah.
And they compare them.
They compare you. Yeah.
It's very complimentary.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we have to run. I want to thank everybody for viewing the show. Please return next week to Racing Action Today. And good night.
This program is brought to you in part by Just Results Weight Loss Center in Berlin, Connecticut.
Follow us on Instagram at nutmeg.tv.